Welcome back to the Rouges and Yanks, where we talk everything Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. In this one, we're talking about the World Cup qualifier matchup between Aruba and Canada in CONCACAF, where La Rouge would take a 7-0 victory over Aruba, really without their primary lineup. And Canada started this game playing a 4-2-3-1, as Dwayne St. Clair would get the starting nod and keeper. Samuel Adekubi would be next. Frank Sturridge, Stephen Victoria, Tejan Buchanan, Leon Frazier, Mark Anthony Kay from LAFC, Leon Miller, David Waterspoon, Junior Hoylett, and Lucas Cavallini from the Vancouver Whitecaps would all get in the starting 11 today for Canada. Now, for Canada, I think this was pretty wise to really start their B team because, as we've been hearing, Suriname, which is their next game on the 8th, can be a dangerous team out of all the island teams that Canada's played. So head coach John Herdman has really put that in consideration in this game, I think, and really decided to go with more of this squad than rather playing Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David and even Kyle Lowry the whole game, and including Maxime Krekbo, the starting keeper, but Dwayne St. Clair from Minnesota United would take his place. And we don't know now his spot. We don't know if he might be injured or maybe just being saved, but he did not play tonight, and if he is getting saved, then that just probably goes part of the whole plan of saving Davies, David, and the rest of the starters for a more important Suriname match in Chicago on the 8th. And but as well, we'll get into that later. But in the first 15 minutes with this B team, Aruba, we got to give credit to Aruba. They really did a great job containing this team from preventing them from getting really any offensive looks. But then in the 17th minute, Canada finally breaks through as Lucas Cavallini will receive great service from Mark Anthony Kay, and he would just tap it in for Cavallini would just tap it in to put La Rouges up 1-0. And then in the 18th minute, immediately after the goal from Lucas Cavallini, there's a penalty against Aruba as a handball is called against one of the players in the box. Birthday boy Junior Hoylett would step up to take this one. He's cool, he's calm, and he slots it in the bottom corner. Success on his birthday. Not his first birthday, but on his birthday. But La Rouge is up 2-0 over Aruba. And we go to the 27th minute where Millar has a good look, but it's punched away by the keeper. Credit to Abdul for really making that save. That's a huge save for Aruba to really, at the time, keep them in this game. Then we go to the 30th minute where this is where problems can really arise for Canada as birthday boy Junior Hoylett will go down in injury. Thankfully, it looked like the stretcher was not needed, but still a concern, and we hope that he is able to continue and play that match against Suriname, which sounds like everybody's going to be needed and really have to pull their part in order if we want to continue into the knockout stages of this tournament. And but Zachary Buckyard will take his place, and we'll talk more about Buckyard, and my, oh my, was he good today. But then we go to the first minute of stoppage time where Miller almost dribbles through the entire Aruba defense. And what a goal that would have been. But don't worry, but in the second minute of added time, we have Lucas Cavallini scores a tap-in off a cross from Tejan Buchanan. And that becomes his second of the match. And that's what immediately after he scores, the first half whistle blows. And as soon after Suriname beginning to get confidence in that first 15 minutes, Canada finally knocks down the door and really starts finding their shape offensively. Then we go to the second half, where 49th minute, remember Brockyard came in for birthday boy, and he comes into the box, and he just dribbles, shoots it, and it goes top left corner. Nothing Abdul for the Aruba keeper could not do about it, and it's 4-0 Rouges. And then we go to the 53rd minute, Brockyard almost scores again, but he catches a beautiful volley, but it's saved. And once again, credit to Aruba keeper Abdul for making this save. That was a tough save. Or else Brockyard would have had a second beautiful goal in the same game. And that's when he was really feeling himself. But in the 59th minute, we go to Lucas Cavallini, who was denied a hat trick after another great save from Abdul. And Abdul, got to give more credit. He stood on his head this game for Aruba. And then in the 65th to 70th minute, that's when we started seeing more of the starters coming in for La Rouge, where head coach Herman would really kind of allow Davies, David, and even Kyle Lowry to really come off the pine after riding it for about 65th minute. to really, and that's when things really continue to kind of really get great for Canada in a way, but worse for Aruba. And in the 77th minute, we have a disputed goal in terms of if it's an own goal or not, or if it goes to Alphonso Davies as he shoots and snipes it past keeper Abdul for Aruba, and it's 5-0. Even if it's an own goal or Alphonso Davies' goal, the Wonder Kid, by the way, it's still 5-0 for Rouges. But then we go to the 87th minute. Kyle Lauren punishes a poor mistake from Abdul. As I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to dribble it out, but either way, it ended poorly for him as he lost the ball in his own box. Kyle Lauren would just turn, punish, fire, 6-0. And in the 89th minute, Kyle Lauren again cuts through the Aruba defense and scores. It's 7-0 for La Rouge, and that's the way it would end. And another statement win for Canada as they get ready to take on an important, possibly group decider match between them and Suriname. And then we look at the stats, and the stats just scream Canada in this one, as Aruba had no shots on target, which surprised me because even the commentators were laughing at this because they're like, I think Aruba made a long distance, I don't know what they were trying to do, but a long distance shot, and it was an easy save for Minnesota United keeper Dwayne St. Clair. And the commentators they were laughing about it. They were like, can we count that as a shot? And the color commentary said, sure. But yeah, it doesn't count to the stats that I have. So they have nothing. No, they didn't register a shot on Dwayne St. Clair. And that's a clean sheet for him, which keeps positivity on him, that's really good for Canada as they get momentum if he is going to start. If Maxime Crispo is unavailable against Suriname in Chicago on the 8th of June. So that's really a good confidence builder for him. But it's 0, and Canada just peppers Aruba's keeper Abdul with 23 shots. Aruba with none on target as they didn't shoot, so therefore none on target. Canada with 13 on target. Canada also dominates the possession battle, 65% to 35%. Aruba completes 281 passes. Canada completes 504 passes. 76% pass accuracy for Aruba and 88% pass accuracy for Canada. Canada wins that one too. 10 fouls to 13 fouls. 2 yellow cards to 1 yellow card. No red cards. No offsides. And Aruba no corners. Canada 11 corners. And that's pretty big for them as they really on the set piece end. They really had a lot of good looks, but I don't think any really went in. Maybe 1 or 2 maybe winning out with the goals, but really for set pieces wise, they didn't really look that threatening. But then again, it's a B team, and I can't really criticize the B team other than until the subs came on, and that's where we look at the good, and the good for Canada is Dwayne St. Clair. He gets his shutout, and that really gives him some energy or some confidence going into that if he is going to start against Suriname in Chicago for Maxime Crispo. And that's another thing about Canada, too, we got to remember in this game is they had a lot of injured players, including Crispo is possibly injured, but other players, too, that are key to this Canadian lineup and just are unable to play maybe today for sure, but maybe even against Suriname, but we'll have to find that one out. And then Canada really didn't have any bad moments in the game, but then again, they did play an opponent that really didn't look that sharp. And then in terms of needs work, once again, I can't really assess what they need to work on because this was a team that really didn't threaten anything. No offense to Aruba, but they didn't really do anything in the game. And I guess if I were to criticize something, I guess maybe the B team, I don't know, be sharper on passes, maybe finishing, maybe some goals that should have been finished should be finished. I guess that's all I can really assess from this game in terms of what can be better. But one midfielder that stood out to me for Canada was Miller. And Miller really, especially in that first 15 minutes and eventually throughout the rest of the half, he really attacked the left side of the field. And a lot of that, for the most part, Aruba did a pretty good job. And that's one thing I can't give him credit for, is they did a pretty good job holding down that left side. And yeah, but then the 65th minute, that's when Alphonso Davies and David and the rest of the starters would come in, and things would really get take a really turn for the worse for Aruba. But other than in terms of just judging the B team did pretty great. Especially they had a couple bangers, and that was pretty great as well. I guess looking forward to the next match against a do or die important match in Chicago against Suriname, which could possibly be the group decider. This is probably going to be definitely a must win for Canada if they want to get to the octagon and play the likes of the United States and Mexico and really battle for a spot in the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. They're going to have to beat Suriname, and even if they do get past that, they're going to have to beat arguably what seems like it's going to be Haiti or either Nicaragua. But all signs in Group E point to Haiti, and that's going to be a rematch, if so, of that 2019 Gold Cup loss where Canada was winning 3-0, but then 2-0, but then Haiti comes back and just takes it 3-0, 3-2, and but that was back in 2019. Maybe if they match up again, it'll be different. Only time will tell. But in terms of look for the next game, it's just we'll see hopefully what Davies and David and the rest of the original starters can do. And Canada, in order if they're going to win, they're just going to basically keep playing the way they are. Just, I guess, be more clinical. More shots can be made, on target. Like as we saw with the B team, they can shoot more towards the corners rather than at the keeper. And if you do that, you can really, really cause some problems and really kind of get a stranglehold right off the bat on that on the Suriname team on the 8th of June, which would really help your case for really getting to that playoff game against arguably what might seem like Haiti or maybe even Nicaragua if they can upset Haiti. But in terms of that, really nothing to really take away from this game, as Aruba really didn't create any chances for Canada to really have to worry about. And basically that sums it up for this one. And next up, tomorrow, I have a U.S. versus Mexico CONCACAF final championship game. And stay tuned for that one. As this one, I'm going to wrap up this one. So if you liked this video, make sure you like, subscribe. Tell all your friends that it was a pretty good win for Canada. And Canada's got momentum going into that final game.